Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chaos TV, and it's going to be Team SoloMid up against Lowland Lions right now in the Corsair Vengeance Cup lower brackets quarterfinals, I do believe. If I am wrong, I do apologise, but I am NZ, joined by Metas once again, but I think Chaos and X Special may be going to place this ward down towards the enemy race. Yes, they are, as Reginald will go around the corner as well, just putting a little bit of harass just to see if, you know, them wraiths are taken early on, as Nocturne is just around the Wolves area. So I don't think we're going to see any fights whatsoever at the moment. But man, it's coming into this game. We've gone through the predictions and stuff. We're just going to have to see how this one pans out. We both think it's going to be relatively close. Personally, I think if Lowland Lions can win the laning stage, I mean, with the likes of Twisted Fate, as you said, the combination can go up top and bot, whatever you want to do. That's the great thing about his ultimate. You know, if they can really take advantage of this laning stage, I definitely think they're going to be set up for that late game, especially with the likes of Cogmore. But I think if they don't really take advantage of this laning stage, TSM are going to take this just for their composition. I mean, you've got Kennen, you've got Janna, you've got Shen to come in there, pop that shield off, and then obviously Chaos with the arrow as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely, and I honestly think that that top lane, alongside, in conjunction with the Nocturne and Twisted Fate, is going to be so instrumental as to whether Lowland Lions can pick up this win or not. Of course, it is a best of three, so regardless of what happens, it is going to more than likely go into that third game, in my opinion. I think this is going to go 1-1, and it's going to all come down to that third important matchup. And by the way, NZ, that is the new Shen skin, right there.
Really? Really, Vince just had to, highlight that out to me. Oh, that's the new shit. Thanks, mate. Thanks for reminding me. I actually forgot about that coming into this game. So thanks for the reminder. Really needed it. It's really going to motivate me here. So yeah, everyone thanks Vince Metas Hill on the stream chat. But anyway, it looks like Nocturne is going to go on towards his red. He's going to probably get this no problem whatsoever. We were actually talking about this in the chat before, and Bass highlighted it. Tarzan as a jungle name, too strong, bro. Too strong.
Yeah, it works very well, doesn't it? It's pretty much awesome, and the important thing for me is, how is he going to maneuver around that jungle? How is Nocturne going to fare here? Obviously, Shen is incredibly good himself with his ultimate stand unite. He can just teleport himself onto one of his allies and just taunt off, but it's going to be very interesting here to see what these two junglers can do, because Nocturne is going to have to get some kills. That is a certainty.
Absolutely, Nocturne is waiting in this bush up top, maybe going to put some initial harass on towards Dyrus here. Dyrus is going to get caught out. I think it's going to be fine, although he did waste that flash. The fear was procced as well. Obviously a bit scary there, but he's going to have to be very passive in his lane. And like you said, watching Dyrus, some of his flaws mainly come from, he just solely gets a bit too confident and he overextends. He's actually admitted it himself a couple of times as well. And he is just going to have to be very careful as Tarzan, which is Nocturne, is going to come towards the mid. And Reginald is not in a good place right now. Lightning Rush and Flash. Can the fear get procced off? Yes, this could be a kill early on towards Reginald. It looks like it is. There we go. As the cards came out from that Twisted Fate, Tarzan finished it off like a jungling beast. And Kennen will go down very early on, and that's also a bad thing about Reginald. Reginald he's a very good mid player, but at a time like that, he didn't have very much HP, and he went a bit too aggressive towards that Wraith camp, like he normally does. Just stuff like that, little stuff like that, you can just get caught out and killed within an instant. So 2 flashes burnt already, a kill to go off, and it's not looking too good through this laning stage for TSM at the moment.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with X Special, who said, Reginald mechanically is one of the best mid players he's ever played with. He honestly believes that. But the only downside to Reginald, apparently, is that he goes on tilt. That he can really throw himself out of the game. He can get really down on himself, he can get really angry and such, his performance drops. And I just hope that First Blood isn't going to be a sign of what happens here. I hope he is going to keep this one strong. But after we said, Andy, Nocturne really needs to get involved here, he needs to get some kills. He does just that, really leapfrog himself here in this matchup, and it's definitely what Lowland Lions wanted.
Absolutely, as the Ghost was popped off there, Shen does go in towards Twisted Fate. He is probably going to die here, as Reginald will try and pick this one up, but Renegade, which is odd one, is going to pick that one up instead. The ward was around here. just next to this rave camp, as you can see, as Dyrus actually goes towards Raves and tries the steal, but he is actually just going to back. No, he is going to go get that. I was kind of scratching my head. I think he was just waiting for Nocturne to maybe come through them bushes again and try and get a kill, but it was not to be. He did push that lane up top. Flat has pushed it back though, so he's going to go back in towards his lane. So nice stuff from Dyrus going to get them Raves. Very, very nice gank from Odd One right there. Did pop that ghost, ran straight in, and it was all theirs. But bot lane, I thought something was happening, but it wasn't. It was just me derping.
So I'm going to throw this question out to you, NZ. You know, a lot of people have got a lot of things to say about Reginald. A lot of people say he's the weakest player in TSM. I personally think he's a good player, but what are your thoughts on Reginald? What do you believe is the right play here? What do you believe that TSM need to do? Because obviously Reginald was not featuring in quite a large chunk of the CVC. He wasn't around for a couple weeks. So what do you think really they should be doing, Reginald? Do you think they should keep him? Do you think that he's an exquisite mid character? Or do you believe that they should maybe think about replacing him?
Well, I'll answer that question just a moment, as Dyrus is going to get chased down at top lane. The fear was progged off, but I think Tarzan is going to back away. No, he is going to tower dive. This one has to be careful. Shield has been popped off. Dyrus will go down at top lane, and Tarzan will get away with just a little HP. But back to your question, Vince. Personally, Reginald is actually such a sick player. I'm not sure why loads of people, go down on him. Sure, he makes mistakes, but everyone makes mistakes. I mean, during IPL, he was playing so well. I mean, Reginald's one of them players. Once he gets into his rhythm, when he starts really, moving and stuff like that, he can just be so strong. I think he's a great addition to TSM. He should definitely not be dropped. He can have his off games, he can have his good games. That's the same with everybody. I mean, I think he receives a bit too much stick. Yeah, sure, he, overextends a few times, but, everyone does that. I mean, I think some people just need to lay off him a little bit. He has just come back, he was very, very busy with business stuff related, I do believe as well. So, I mean, I think he just needs to get back into League of Legends and play a bit more, and he should be fine. But, that's my personal view on it, but back to you, Vince. Do you think he should be dropped? Do you think he should stay? What's your viewpoint?
Well, I personally think he's a great mid player. I'm watching the chat and stuff. A lot of people, whenever we cast TSM, one of the resounding things time and time again is that there's a real massive juxtaposition between one side of people on the fence and the other side of people on the fence that have completely different opinions on Reginald. Some people love him, some people can't stand him. Some people want him in TSM, some people don't. Obviously, the fact that he is the captain makes it very difficult to replace him. But, a lot of people kind of do say, it's quite resounding as well, look, Reggie is probably their weakest player. Now, I personally think that TSM are a well-oiled machine. They have kind of been lackluster so far in the Corsair Vengeance Cup, maybe down to the fact that Reginald hasn't really played a huge part in it. But I was just wondering really on your opinions, and obviously you pretty much same as me. You think that he's a really good mid player and he should stick in, so good stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to say he was the weakest player anyway. I think, TSM altogether is, a very good team, and I think they're pretty much matched in skill level as well. That's my personal view on it, but let's get back to the game at hand, as Cogmore, for the first time, is going to be pushing the bot lane. Throughout this game, I have seen Chaos and Special constantly pushing that bot. Let's have a quick look at CS. We haven't been able to look at that at bot lane. We have got Chaos on 68, and then we have Sneaky on Cogmore with 57, so Chaos is winning that battle, but Twisted Fate is going to hold it up top there and lands the stun as well. Fear is going to get procced off. Yes, Ignite's popping down as well. The tower dive comes in. Tarzan has to get away, but beautiful armor from Dyrus, and there we go. Nocturne is going to go down, and now Renegade, which is Odd One, is going to chase down on towards Twisted Fate. He's desperate for that yellow card, does get it, but now Funi is under a bit of trouble. But if it wasn't for that stun card from Belgian Beast right there, Odd One would be very dead. But Reggie is going to come up from that mid. They're searching, they're hungry, they want a kill right now, and Funi decides to recall in that bush, but Odd One just at that time does back away, so they're not going to be able to get that. But there comes Reggie right behind the tower, and he lands the Q. If he did not land that, he could be dead, but he could die from a minion. But Odd One to save the day. Minions OP, please nerf, but Odd One was there. That could have turned out very, very bad for Reginald right there.
Oh,
Not
man,
sure
I just
about
saw
this
that.
recall actually, I'm very sorry. Tarzan is going to come around. Oh my god. You're gonna see that soon, Vince. You're gonna see that soon. And you're gonna be like, that was close. But yeah, that was very deadly right there.
You know, we've been talking about Reginald, and that's really one of his really great strengths, that he's very ballsy. He takes the risks that a lot of other mid characters simply wouldn't, and that's the reason he got the kill. Right, in a nutshell, that is one of Reggie's big strengths.
Absolutely, indeed. As Special, he's going to get chased down a little bit from Cogmore. Chaos on low health as well. He's just going to be getting these golems very quickly indeed. Or one going to go towards the Wraiths. Let's have a quick look at CS on other lanes, as I did have to interrupt myself there for a second as a gank did come in. So we have got Shen in the jungle, which is odd one with 57. He's up against Tarzan, and you can only say that is going to be very hard, you know, going up against someone like Tarzan in a jungle. As he is on 46 creeps. Top lane we have got 66 on Rumble, and Vlad has 58. Nocturne is going to come up top for a gank as well, as he is weighing in that bush right about now. Funi is going to push these creeps back a little bit. Darius has to be very cautious as well. He hasn't got flash, still got about 130 seconds left, but the minions are pushing towards Darius's tower, and Funi, Tarzan is going to recall back, no problem whatsoever, as Sneaky is going to push this bot lane as well, just firing away on towards that tower, and the ultimate spam coming off. Definitely want to keep pushing this lane. I think he realised, you know, whilst Chaos was really going aggressive on that lane, he was losing out on a bit of CS, so he can play much more comfortable. But an arrow is going to come across and just miss Twisted Fate. They were trying to set up for a play right there, as Reginald will just go on towards Twisted Fate here, as he will pop his armor, but he did it at the wrong time, as Nocturne will come in, but Reginald will pick up that kill. Shield has been popped from Odd One, but it has been cancelled, as Nocturne will pick up that kill, and that was very, very close there. I mean, Twisted Fate, he knew Nocturne was behind him. Tarzan was obviously calling on whatever he used. Okay, I'm coming in right about now. And he did indeed, and you know, they could have, Reginald possibly could have escaped there, but just a bit unlucky that the fear did proc off, but Odd One was there just in case. So nice stuff from TSM, and just like you said, you know, that's the strength of Reginald. He's so aggressive. He does moves that a lot of people wouldn't, and it sometimes pays off, it sometimes doesn't. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, the gamble plays. You know, one time you look like a genius, the other you look like you're kind of thrown. And it's just one of those plays that so far things have been going relatively his way. Have to say though, in amongst all this, Nocturne has moved himself on 3-for-1, has Wriggles land in the heart of gold. So he's really, as time keeps motoring on, going to be more and more a factor in this game when that paranoia comes off cooldown. Really going to be trying his best to take down the likes of the Chaos and Special at bot lane, who've been looking pretty damn strong so far, and also to try and impact that top lane as well, because Rumble, every time I watch top lane here, Rumble is pushing Vladimir back to that tower. He's a level up, looking very strong as Dyrus.
Yeah, and you know, the two of them kills have been at top lane for Nocturne. He is obviously on 3-1 just like you said, and that third one was under the tower in mid, as Blue is going to get taken down from the Odd One. Can either go to Kennen or himself. They do not run off mana, so it's completely up to them. But yeah, Darius, you know, constantly pushing that top lane. Has to be a bit careful now, because I mean, Nocturne is going to look very, very deadly with them 3 kills. But like I said, you know, team comp as it goes, I definitely think TSM come off the better people for this one. They've got the likes of Janna, they've got Chaos with the arrow to engage, they have Kennen to come in with the ultimate as well, giving that global damage. So the Twisted Fate stun card will come out, but nothing, just a bit of harass going along in mid lane. But Darius has to be careful here, as Tarzan is going to come around the back, clear their minions as well. Fear is going to get proked off, a bit of tower aggro as well coming on towards Darius, and Darius has to flash away now. He is forced, as Nocturne is going to be speeding up right now. Twisted Fate ultimate comes in, stun card landed, but the ultimate in just temptation for Darius right there, because he just wanted to get out of the way, but it wasn't to be. Like you said, he has got caught out once again at that top lane. He is going to die. That's going to be 5-4. Twisted Fate will pick up that kill right now, but you know, TSM are going to be going towards this dragon right now, so they want something in reply. But Cogmore is coming out from that bot lane. Has to be careful himself, as Nunu is going to get chased down as well. Cogmore is going to go for the steal, possibly. No, I think they've realised, okay, we've lost this one, you know, we're not going to go in for the one, as I did actually just catch a glimpse of Reginald popping that ultimate there under the tower. Wasn't able to get it though, has to get out of there right now, as Nocturne and Twisted Fate were lurking about. But yeah, a dragon in substitution for that kill right there. So great and quick thinking from TSM right there to pick up that dragon when they lost that kill.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Nuno actually have died in the effect tower had he not have used exhaust. Exhaust was popped prime time, and obviously, Reginald did have to pull himself back because he was overextending. But in amongst all that, Dyrus there, and as you said before, that the Twisted Fate Nocturne combination could really catch Dyrus out. Exactly what happened at top lane. He was busy trying to kind of farm his way past the river. Suddenly a 3v1, and Dyrus did go down. So Lowland Lions staying in contention here, only the 1 kill behind, and about 1.3k gold behind as well, so still very close.
Absolutely, Nocturne did, just hint at a gank at top lane. He is desperately waiting about here. I think he could go in at any time soon. He has got his ultimate up, so it is very possible. Maybe Dyrus going to push this one back. Going to see if Dyrus follows with their minions to try and greedily get that tower down. Is he going to do that? He is going to check both bushes. He's very, very cautious here, as the minions will push back, but Nocturne is just going to go in towards that bush. Dyrus did actually just check that bush as well, so he's going to be thinking, okay, no one's in this bush right now, but Nocturne is just going to ultimate in here. Vlad ultimate has been popped off, exhaust as well, fear as well, and there we go, a dead Dyrus once again. Funi will pick up that kill. Really, really nice stuff once again as the lightning rush comes out from Reginald in mid just to get away from that stun card. So really good stuff once again. This laning phase, this composition, just let alone, it just favours Lowland Lions. You got Twisted Fate, you got Nocturne, and then you have, any of the champions up top, mid, or bot who want to have a go as well. As the tower in mid is going to get pushed from Belgian Beast. He is nearly on a full bar, while Reginald is on a mere quarter of a health, and he is forced to actually go back right now. Although Twisted Fate is going to push these minions, so it's going to tempt Reginald to stay in that lane. Doesn't want to mix, doesn't want to miss any XP and such. So he's going to stay in that lane. But once again, very nice gank at top lane and really good combination.
Yeah, they're really, really trying their best to get Rumble out of the game here, because he had such a strong lane against Vladimir, was pushing him back all the time with that Flame Spitter, and now finds himself at 2-3 with 111 creep score. So trying to get Vladimir back in contention here. Vlad's on 1 for 2 with 101 creep score, so he is still slightly behind on the gold, of course, at that top lane. But yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting to see happen, Enzi. They're going to try and zone Dyrus big time. Exactly what's happened.
That's exactly what's happened indeed, and at bot lane the tower is on literally no HP for Kog'Maw and Nunu. They've been doing a great job. They're not going to probably be able to stop this tower going down right now. Yep, there we go, as the first tower will fall, and Lowland Lions is in favour of that. So 1k gold difference, 5-5, 1 tower down, so TSM still ahead. Actually it did just bug for a second then. Or I'm just literally tripping out or something. I have no idea. But yeah, it's actually dead on even. My gold bugged for a second, then it went back for some reason. So yeah, it is completely even right now. The kills are even, the gold is even, despite that tower going down. So you can only say if TSM get 1 tower down, they're going to go ahead. The dragon is going to be up soon as well. Ping's going to go off towards Tarzan. They have got a ward, TSM have, next to that Rave camp. So they're going to know Nocturne's there, and he is farming that one up. He's going to go back towards the golems, maybe, favouring Dyrus here. Dyrus is going to put the ward down, but the ward down was put down first from Lowland Lions. So they have seen that one go down, so Nocturne cannot gank through that route. Pretty standard stuff anyway, he has got the option to go in towards that bush at top. Or just ultimate in, that's the great thing about Nocturne, can just pop that ultimate off at any, given range, in range that is. And try and pop that one off, as Kog'Maw is going to go towards the mid now, because obviously they have got that bot turret down. That can either favour Sneaky or it can favour Chaos. It's going to be depending on what Chaos actually does. You can either stay at bot lane, freeze that lane, not help the team, and that basically allows Sneaky, to just kind of, roam around mid, go towards the top lane. Or he can kind of fall behind, possibly, I think that's why he's getting them walls right there. Sneaky is going to go back now. I think Chaos is just going to wait until that lane pushes back at bot lane, push that forward, and then, go in and go all out as a dumb deer, which is, there is the arrow as well, but all of a sudden Reginald, who was on the aggression, has gone on towards the defensive, and it forces Odd One to pop that armor. They're not sure what went off there, but very, very close stuff. I think, Reginald, he thought he could get the kill. He popped that Ignite off, but Nocturne was there, so he had to flash out of there. Odd One had to pop the ultimate as well, but it is going to be a 4v2 in mid. They might go on towards Nunu right now, as there we go. Nunu is going to go down. Not sure what was going on there, but Xpecial will claim that kill, so it's not going to be hugely beneficial for the TSM side now, but it'll give Xpecial a bit more gold to buy up a few more items, as a turret at top lane does go down in the form of Lowland Lions. Mid tower is looking to go down as well. Twisted Fate can't hold off this onslaught just on his own. So there we go, 2 towers down in literally a 10-second gap for TSM. That's going to put them ahead by about 2k now. The nice stuff from TSM getting back into this, and Dragon is up, and they're going to try for it. They had the perfect timing. No players around from Lowland Lions can contest that right now. I would have thought, maybe at least they'd contest it. They did know when it was going down. Pokemon was around there. So a nice easy Dragon for TSM.
It's a nice chunk of change in the back pocket ends, 2 towers and a dragon in that concession. I mean, that's pretty sick gold right there, but even still you can see with the fact that dragon has been taken with the 2 towers, still not a massive gold difference coming out, just 3k, which is definitely capable of being pulled back.
I just have to interrupt you quickly, Vince, as Cogmore looks to be going down here. A kill did just go up, 2 kills in fact. Reginald did get a kill of his own on towards Nunu and did fall himself, as Odd One has to get the hell out of there right now, but the fear is going to stop Odd One from running away, and there's the Howling Gale, but there's the beauty of Twisted Fate, but a beautiful Monsoon from Xpecial, but it's not going to be enough to save Dyrus, although if that did happen and Dyrus was saved, you could just call Xpecial a Superman right there. That was incredible thinking, but it did not pay off, and now Lowland Lions are on that attack. The advantage that which TSM gained has kind of gone the way of Lowland Lions, although they are still 2k ahead. But Lowland Lions is going to take this turret down, make that 1k difference. So beautiful play from Lowland Lions right there. Reginald did get that kill on towards Nunu, but you kind of have to scratch your head and think, was it worth it?
Well, this is one of the great things about Lowland Lions team compensi, that they could be completely out of position, but then suddenly pull it back. And it's quite unnerving from TSM's viewpoint. They're thinking, okay, we're safe, we'll get a couple of kills, we'll pull back. Oh wait, Twisted Fate and now Nocturne on top of us. Oh, we're dead. And that's one of the beautiful things here about Lowland Lions, that they're consistently going to try and maneuver themselves around the map and really catch TSM off guard.
Yeah, exactly what you said. The composition is basically built around, even if they die, if one player dies, they're going to be able to try and get that one back, because you've got the likes of Twisted Fate, you've got the likes of I'm completely going blank now, Twisted Fate, and then obviously Nocturne as well, who can kind of slow them down and then let the likes of Coldmore to come back in towards the action. So really nice stuff, as Xpecial has got the Oracle early on. It's going to be clearing them wards out, although Nocturne also has a ward. So a ward on both teams right now, as Reginald has to be careful, and Nocturne could pop his ult very shortly. Has he got it up? Yes, he has. So he could have maybe gone on towards Reginald right there, but they didn't have any vision. So he didn't want to risk it just in case a couple TSM players were lurking about. But it was definitely on the cards, but it was not to be, as TSM are just going to farm up and maybe just group up and try a team fight very shortly.
Yeah, Rumble's looking pretty strong right now, and he's on 4 for 4, has Will of the Ancients, has the likes of Haunting Guys, and also the Giant Spell, so he's going to be very, very tanky. He's going to be trying to do as much damage as possible, and of course when you run a double AP, Will of the Ancients is pretty damn useful. But I have to say actually, Enzi, one of the previous patches, Will of the Ancients was, depending on how you look at it, slightly nerfed in the sense it costs a lot more now, and also it stacks with the amplifying, not the amplifying Tom, sorry, the blasting one instead. And I'm just wondering, do you still think that the double Will of the Ancients is viable now that it costs a bit more, or do you think it's basically not worth it?
I definitely think it's worth it, Vince, but I'm going to carry on saying what I think very shortly. Xpecial did just clear a ward at Baron. TSM are going to go towards this Baron right now. Lowland Lions are going to come in as Reginald is going to try and land this. Done, arrow hits! ABABAB surely shall be going down as Diary did pop his arm as well, and there goes the Howling Gale to stop Tarzan in his tracks, and Xpecial could bite the dust here, but Vladimir has popped his arm after cars do come in, as Reginald will get yet another kill, and Reginald could bite the dust right there, but no, he will just dodge that card right there, and Chaos will get away on merely no HP, as Twisted Fate will release the vision as he will pop the ult and claim the kill on towards Chaos right there. Great thinking, but Dyrus is going to come round. Cogmore has used his armor, so they definitely know where they are. But Twisted Fate is coming around the back. Cogmore's right in front, but Reginald's got to flash in, try and get Cogmore down right now. And here comes Belgian Beast. He needs that stun card up to stop Reginald. Otherwise, we could see a dead Cogmore here. But there's the stun pop. Dyrus is on literally no HP. Get the hell out of there. No! Belgian Beast gifted another kill right here, as Reginald is going to try and chase down Belgian right now, but here comes Nunu with that ice ball, as the Q did miss, and there's the ultimate pop, it misses the Q as well. Gumdeer is going to go down, and Cogmore did actually claim that, so Reginald is going to die, and a bit sloppy play there from the top laner and mid laner right there. It looked like Reginald was going to chase him down, he backed off, Twisted Fate was there. Dyrus went very low. He could have got out and saved himself. It was pretty obvious he probably would have died. But yeah, it was just... It went from a TSM advantage to kind of sloppy play. And, you know, now Lowland Lions have come back out of that stronger. They've got Vladimir, who got, I think, 3 kills just there. And he's now 4 to 3. I'm still scratching my head.
That was just poor positioning all over the place there. I mean, Kerox ran off on his own, and you're against a Twisted Fate. A Twisted Fate is doing a lot of AP damage right now. So Kerox runs back into his jungle, Twisted Fate picks up the kill. They go back in again, Dyrus is kind of caught with his pants down, and again Twisted Fate's maneuverability was just so much superior to TSM's right there. Gets the second kill, and then Reginald was caught napping, Nunu comes with the absolute zero, and Twisted Fate's able to pick up another kill. So it was really bad positioning there from TSM, and it's slight lapses in concentration like that can actually end up throwing you the game. But with that being said, still incredibly close to just 200 gold in this.
I think at the start of that play, you know, that was trying to be made from TSM right there, I think they were clever in going to Baron at that time, because at the time, Lowland Lions, they weren't in the greatest positions, but X-Special initially did go and clear that ward down, but Lowland Lions were ninja-ish, and, you know, they got that ward down straight after when X-Special left that Baron pit. So, you know, they had the vision on there if in case they went towards Baron. They saw that. They started Baron before clearing that ward at the back of the pit. And, you know, Lowland Lions were alerted and they had that team comp to just completely dive in. And that's exactly what they did there. So, you know, 500 gold in this right now, Vince, is anyone's game. And TSM are going to farm these minions up right now. There are no oracles on towards that TSM side. So, it's going to be bad times for them. But, you know, Lowland Lions, they did lose their oracle as well in the midst of that. So, no oracle on either side. If a team places a ward down, that cannot be cleared except for the cooldown coming in. TSM are going to go towards this dragon right now. Superb timing once again. Lowland Lions, no timers whatsoever. Every single dragon going in towards TSM. That's going to give them advantage now, I hope. Yep, 200 gold in it right now, even despite losing one tower as well. So they are going to go back towards mid here. As Cogmore and Nocturne have to back away, as Reginald is going to try and chase him down. The Q was popped, but the shield from Nocturne is going to stop that. And I think TSM are going to go back now. But yeah, great timing once again on the dragon. And a bit poor from Lowland Lions, really. I would have probably thought maybe that they would have got that timer down.
Yeah, but, you know, with that being said, NZ still incredibly close here. You know, 300 gold in this game at around the 29-minute mark. That is absolutely insane. It's anybody's matchup here, NZ. I'm going to be so interested to see how this one pans out. Obviously, you've got Cogmore 214, 219 creep score, looking very dangerous. Ash also looking very dangerous on Chaos, 238 creep score with 113. And of course, both of these AD carries, at the later the game goes on, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's really going to come down to that keyword, NZ, positioning here in those team fights.
To be honest, if Cogmore can find his positioning in a team fight, he's going to absolutely dominate. I mean, everybody knows what Cogmore's capable of that late game stage, and obviously getting quite fed up as well with the beautiful range of that Q, and obviously the damage he just outputs and completely destroys tanks. So it's going to be very, very good. You know, Lowland Lions, they have a very, very good pokey comp. They have the likes of Twisted Fate with them cards coming out. You've got the likes of Vladimir. You've got Cogmore spamming them ultimates out as well. So Lowland Lions going towards the tower is going to be strong. And TSM probably, maybe, is going to back off. They are going to try and clear their minions ASAP. Oh, we could see a fight. anytime. You just don't know with the composition from Lowland Lions. I mean, you've got Nocturne who can just dive in, and you're completely caught out off guard. So they have to be very, very cautious, as they are just, they're just keeping this pressure applied on that mid turret. They are not moving a bit. They are just going to keep letting these minions push. Then they're gonna try and poke away at that tower. That's the great thing, but the arrow does come in from Chaos. They are gonna try, and that ultimate from Reginald gonna do so much damage, and then you've got Rumble as well. Reginald is gonna get saved from the ultimate from Odd One, and there's the triple kill from Dyrus. Dyrus is gonna chase him down, but Reginald will pick that one up, so no Quadra. But that's exactly what I was saying. I mean, the team comp from TSM right now, I don't care if you've got a pokey composition. When you've got the likes of Janna, you've got Rumble, you've got, Kennen as well, and then you've got Odd One to jump in on somebody to save them if they do go low, just like he did towards Reginald. Otherwise, Reginald definitely would have died. Has to be a bit careful as well because he was getting the tower aggro just there. But yeah, that's exactly what I said. They're going to be able to get this inhibitor. They could maybe actually finish this game. They've got about 10 seconds, so they can definitely at least get one tower down. They could actually finish this. They have to be careful though, because all players are up right now. Both turrets do go down. Nocturne is going to come in with that fear proc. Tarzan is going to have to back away though, but now TSM are on the defensive. They've got Tarzan chasing down on towards Dyrus. Dyrus is incredibly tanky, but is he going to be able to stop the onslaught from Lowland Lions? The answer is no, as he will go down as well. And here comes Twisted Fate with that ultimate. He's got to drop Reginald in his tracks. Odd One is going to bite the dust. He goes down as well. Funi with the kill. And now what looked like a TSM advantage is going to go towards Lowland Lions. They are going to go towards this Baron. But the key point here is super minions are pushing that mid lane. The inhibitor is down. Both turrets in front of the Nexus as well. And I think Chaos and X Special, the bot lane duo, are going to go towards this back door. ABABAB is going to die. And there goes Chaos and X Special like absolute bosses. Are going to try and finish this one, but the recalls have come out, so Chaos is going to have to output some serious damage. Lowland Lions flashes in, they have to do it. Chaos will fall, and X Special is going to try and get away, but you've got Nocturne going to proc off that fear. Although X Special has flashed over, Twisted Fate has not got his ultimate. Oh my God, I was literally just gonna jump out my seat and jump out the window there, right there, in excitement. I thought Chaos would have got that, but quick thinking from Lowland Lions, a couple flashes burnt just to stop them, and now Lowland Lions have got that Baron buff. But wow, just wow.
Sick play. I mean, I can't really add anything to that, Enzy, to be honest. Just back and forth action over the entirety of the map. Lowland Lions only just, and literally by the skin of their teeth, managing to stay in this game. But now they have Baron, Enzy. If they can manage to get themselves a team victory, winning a team fight very strong, they can try and push. They do have the likes of a Cogmo who's going to cut through those towers, so they could feasibly still win this game, which is absolutely incredible when you consider that like 2 minutes ago we thought that TSM were going to finish it out right then. So again, League of Legends, backwards and forwards, time and time again.
Absolutely, but the thing that, Lowland Lions have to be careful for now is just that backdoor opportunity that TSM can bring to the table. You've got Chaos to just run in there as well, just to, go round the back. Because they have got them 2 towers down, so really nice stuff. They did actually, they came under heavy consequence for that with them 3 deaths. So, and a Baron as well on top. Actually, I think it was 3 deaths. It was 3 deaths because Chaos and Special was still up. So, the heavy consequences for obviously getting them 2 towers down, but I would prefer the 2 towers. I wouldn't care, losing 3 players for 2 towers, not bad whatsoever. They still have that gold advantage as well. 3k in it, so TSM still ahead. And just after that first team fight, you can kind of get to see, how strong TSM really are with that team composition and such. Odd One and the rest of TSM doing exactly what they need to do. They need to keep this pressure applied right now on other lanes, so them super minions can push the mid, and then they can, just slowly poke down the bot tower, slowly poke down that top tower down, and hopefully they can make something of this super minions push. They definitely need to, as they are just poking away at bot lane. Reginald has to be careful, especially as you've got the likes of Twisted Fate to just arm in. It's a nice split pushing coming off here from TSM. Can definitely see where they're coming from right now. They have the super minions at their disposal, so all TSM need to do is keep pushing and pushing. They need to split lowland lines up as best they can. 4 players are bot lane for TSM, and exactly what I said, lowland lines have to go towards mid, and TSM get that bot tower, no problem whatsoever. So they will get that bot tower right now, and they will keep that pressure applied. Reginald, Chaos, and Xpecial, as Odd One just stays at the top lane, forcing Twisted Fate to stay there. But the thing about Twisted Fate is, like we all know, he can ultimate in at any time. So we will just have to see here. Odd One is going to stay in that bush, is going to consistently push this top lane as well. A ping did come off towards Belgian Beast. Belgian Beast pings back in reply, as he could go in here. No, he won't. He did have that stun card pop, but he is just going to wipe their minions back. Bot lane, on the other hand, TSM consistently pushing this lane, as minions will push the mid. So they're going to wait until lowland lines split up. They're going to take their chance, and they're going to get the tower. Well, that's exactly what they're going to try and do, however, as Vladimir is going to try and get these minions right now. But I think lowland lines have had enough, as the flash does come in. Twisted Fate ultimate's in here, and as we said, you know, Twisted Fate could just come straight in. Chaos with his armor can stop Tarzan in his tracks. But I was about to say, you know, you've got Shen as well to just ultimate in if needed, but no kills do go down, and now Odd One could possibly get this top turret. No ultimates are up for the likes of lowland lines within, you know, Twisted Fate and Nocturne, so a top tower looks to be going down here. But unless he's not careful, could actually bite the dust. Nunu is going to come down. Belgian Beast with that stun card. But not Reginald, Renegade, which is Odd One, is going to have to just pop that Ghost right there and run away. But a Ghost for a tower definitely would love that more than, you know, just not doing it and just dying. So really nice stuff from TSM. Can definitely see where they were coming from with them pushes and making the most of that inhibitor going down.
This is really how you maneuver, you know, the opposition round when you have an inhib down, when you have the super minis, when you have that luxury of them pushing through mid, that you're going to be able to go top, you're going to be able to go bottom, apply pressure evenly on both. And it's very difficult right now for lowland lines. They're constantly having to defend. In the whole time here, the jungle's being taken, TSM are just starting to rinse and repeat. They're getting their farm up, they're now moved to 5k gold advantage, and it's going to be very difficult to see how lowland lines can pull back from this one. Even if they do win a team fight, they're not going to be able to push this one home and win. They're going to have to go through 3 or 4 in fact, towers. It's going to be very difficult for them to really push this one home. So, you know, TSM did really have it.
Team fight is going to go off. Sorry for that, Vince, but the Howling Gale did go out. Darius will claim that kill. Chaos will go on towards Tarzan. Tarzan is not the king of the jungle no more. Odd One is going to help with that one as well. But Darius is going to bite the dust, as Cogmore will claim that kill. As they will now chase down TSM. The flash does come out from Twisted Fate. Is he going to be able to land the kill? No. In fact, Reginald will pop his ultimate and completely destroy Twisted Fate, as Sneaky looks to be going down. The Summoner Hill was popped, but Chaos is there in support of his support, which is Xpecial. But the passive from Cookmore is just going to get a kill on towards Reginald, and this should be GG right now, unless Nunu can literally just completely stop Chaos and Xpecial, but it's not going to happen. That is going to be GG. Game number 1 is going to go towards TSM. Really nice stuff. You know, even if they did lose that laning phase, their team composition was just made for team fights. And TSM, Team SoloMid, will go away with map victory number 1. Map number 2 up very shortly. What a great game that was, Vince.
Yeah, and oddly enough, actually, that kind of landslide came about by one Chaos arrow. We're going back kind of 5-10 minutes here, where Chaos landed that arrow in mid, where TSM were getting pushed back towards their inhib, and suddenly, you know, he lands a good arrow, they jump on top of it, they completely destroy the opposition lowland lines, and they just push it home, just from one arrow. And that goes to show, once again in a nutshell, why Ashe is such an important, integral AD carry, and if you can land those arrows, can really win you a game.
Yeah, great play from Chaos. Indeed, Vince. But guys, we are going to go for a quick break. I have been informed that Bass is going to be resetting the stream. I know a lot of people are going to be in chat and say, oh, why is the stream down just to troll? We do understand. But, yeah, it is going to be back up straight away. We are just going to try and get 720p back. I think there's a couple bugs. So don't go anywhere, guys. TSM up against lowland lines. Map number 2 very shortly.